Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode. This is a member area talk on the YouTube channel. Check out youtube.com/fretprints. And I'm going to release this today, I think, as a podcast. And so we're going to talk about passing tones, chromatic passing tones, and we can take different perspectives on this, like scales, or just think about targeting notes, or moving from one diatonic note to the next, and filling a note in between. So I'm going to start out by playing a little bit, and then we'll continue our talk. So I'm going to let's use this window here. Okay. Okay, so we have a little bit there. We're playing some tones that are not quite in the key area or in the chord. So you might step these through a couple different levels. So maybe even as far as the number of notes. So we have something like G minor 7 flat 5. So that was what is this thing called? Love. And so, or at least the changes. And then So we could think about the notes of the chord itself in a given moment, and then we could think of the notes that are maybe part of the key, right? So let's say, and we talked about this in some of our other talks. So let's say we're going with like sort of a maybe think in terms of F melodic minor on that chord. Okay, try to keep it simple there. So so then you have 7 notes to work from, and so with, let's say, bebop kinds of scales, there's, and I don't want to talk exclusively about that, but you might add a tone in between. So you might say, play something like, okay. So what happened there? Well, we played a scale, and we ended up playing the 7 notes, and then we went from the flat 7 to the major 7 to the root, right? So you can take that, especially since the root and the whole step, there's a whole step there between the root and the flat 7, right? So you could try that in any spot inside of the those notes. So you could say, okay, so that ends on a non-chord tone, but it's still chromatic. So you don't always necessarily want to have just a chord tone on the beat. So we might add a little color or end on certain notes. So so let's take C7. Okay, so another common one again is between on dominance and predominance, to use a tone that comes in between the root and the flat 7, right? So okay, but then there are other opportunities there to play chromatic type tones. So we have the flat 7, we have the flat 6. So we could play more. Okay, so we're playing with all these chromatic tones, so we want to be aware of what's dissonant and what's not. So the flat 6 is going to be really dissonant, so who knows, maybe go down a half step and then start on the natural 6 is kind of a chromatic passing tone, and then go up. All right, so let's take F minor here. Let's say we have F minor 6. So one device that I used there was to connect the 6 to the 5. Okay. Now, with a minor, we really have a lot of things we could do. Notice I ended a couple of phrases on the 9 chord, or the 9 of this chord. Okay, you can also go from minor third to passing tone on the major third. Just be careful with that one, but and of the beat to the 4, or 4 and of the beat down to the flat 3. So I did that a few times. So really a lot of instances, 5, flat 5 to 4. Okay. And if you're using a flat 7, you can go into there. So those are a couple instances where you can really dial in some chromaticism there. All right, well, let's do a little more playing and bump up the tempo a little bit here. And just see if you can listen to that. And if you are watching the video, See if you can view that as well. Okay, so how do we practice this? How would we go about thinking about this? If you're playing a scale, let's say C major scale here. A couple things try to start doing. One is I oftentimes recommend playing a chord, some C major chord over that, and then see if you can maybe connect some of the whole steps with putting a half step in between. So say we'll start with the 6 to the 5. That's one of the more common kind of spots, and get the kind of major bebop sort of thing. So as we're going and playing around, okay, then gotta see if you could treat the 9 in the same way. So you play, you'll say C chord. Okay, so now you're kind of treating 9 in that way. So we'd add another one, and then 9 up to the 3. Okay, so you're taking some of those whole step moments and yeah, filling them in a little bit. So what do we add? Like 3 notes here. So you're at 7 to 10. So then you have like a 10 note kind of thing to work at. So the thing with some of these scales, so it's basically like 10-note bebop kind of scale, is it can be hard to put those into practice. So that's why I play a chord and just really think about that chord. Maybe do a little line, and then play a little harmony for yourself. Or if you're using a backing track or something like that. So in the case of the F minor, so this is an F minor 6, right? So the same kind of thing. I think I mentioned this before. So what are we doing there? We're taking a melodic minor scale, and we're connecting that 6 to the 5 and 5 to the 6. Okay, and then maybe quite a few different options here, but kind of similar to the other one. Maybe try something like this, connecting the 3rd to the 4 and the 4 to the 5. The 4 or the 11 is really a nice sound on minor and pretty commonly used. Okay, so then you get another one of those 10-note kind of scales, and then of course try the same kind of thing with the dominance and the predominance. So connect those whole steps where they're available, and then connect things through, and then target whatever you're looking for. Is it 9, or is it the 11, or the 13? All right, we'll do a little more playing. So for those members, or anyone who's not a member, maybe check this out on the podcast. Be sure to leave a comment and or a question, or send me a message if you have any questions, and that helps me to direct the where things are going on the talks and stuff. All right, so we'll play again here. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for checking this out, and do let me know what you're working at in tunes or topics or what needs to be kind of cleared up. And also remember too that I'm available for um, online lessons and all that. So have a great practice session, and I'll see you all